Hello YouTubers, it is I, Omki or Childbirth here again. Yeah, things got a little hectic yesterday, and I tried to finish my Wovlerine Night Class, and didn't really work out so well. So here I am doing the video for like a 25th time or something. That stupid bag. Anyways, so here we go. Now, I left off after Logan ran off into the woods after accidentally killing Rose. After this, Wolverine kind of disappears for a while, and then joins the Canadian military during World War I and II. During the Second World War, he is actually put in on a secret mission with Captain America. And then, excuse me. After that, Wolverine is said to have gone to Japan at some point. Wolverine then also no, it wasn't then. Excuse me. Wolverine is captured by the Weapon X he joins the Weapon X team, or Team X, one or the other. I don't remember exactly. And is becomes a operative for the Canadian government, along with mutants like Silver Fox, Maverick, and surprisingly enough, Sabretooth. Now, Sabretooth and Wolverine actually had a lot in common. They were actually, they're decent enough, friends, until Wolverine and Silver Fox started falling in love, and Sabretooth got, from what I remember, he got pretty jealous. So one day he went to the cabin where he and Silver Fox were living, and supposedly murdered Silver Fox. Once again, Wolverine, is totally distraught by this and goes off into the woods. And a few years later, he is picked up by the Weapon X program. Now, in the Weapon X program, he was the very last resort or the very last chance that the Weapon X program had, because before that, every mutant that they experimented on had died, or person that they had experimented on had died with the adamantium graphing. So they kidnap Wolverine, and they start thinking that this is going to be the guy, because they start noticing that he has a strange ability to heal really fast, and they don't quite understand. So they graft the adamantium to his body, and they start psychologically torturing Wolverine and trying to break him into making him into a living weapon. They succeed a little too well, because Wolverine then starts killing people at the base, and finally he escapes after he's killed pretty much everybody. And Wolverine once again wanders into the wilderness and disappears for a while. There's a common it's a common thing for Wolverine to do at this point of his life. Years later, Wolverine joins the Canadian Special Forces as Weapon X. And Wolverine makes his very first actual comic book appearance in comic book history in The Incredible Hulk as, as Weapon X, or, the Wolverine. Now, what was interesting is that they introduced him in the comic book. On the cover he was called the Wolverine, but inside the comic, from what I remember, he was known as Weapon X. Now, Wolverine was assigned to go and hunt down the Incredible Hulk. However, he found the Hulk and soon realized that, gee, the Hulk isn't causing all these problems in Canada. It's this creature called a Wendigo. And so, you know, Wolverine and the Hulk team up to beat the Wendigo, and ultimately it all ends in a stalemate, because the Wendigo is immortal and cannot die. Wolverine, you know, after that, Wolverine's next big plot point in his life would be Charles Xavier coming to Canada and recruiting him as a part of his new team of X-Men, because the original team of X-Men had disappeared mysteriously. Wolverine thinks about this invitation for about 2 seconds, because Charles Xavier says, "Hey, I can help you. You know, I can help you to learn to control your mutant abilities, as well as try to help you find out what happened to you." And Wolverine goes, "Okay, sure, why not?" The Canadian government doesn't like that, but they didn't really have much of a say in it, because Wolverine just said, "Yeah, I'm going with him, and there's nothing you can do about it," which was very true. That's when Wolverine becomes a staple in X-Men mythology. Now, once again, Wolverine's is a part of the team, and, you know, a favorite character for a very, very, very long time. I mean, he is there. He develops feelings for Jean Grey, and there's a rivalry between him and Scott Summers for the love of Jean Grey and things like that. Wolverine has some other romantic involvement, and he becomes actually a big brother figure for characters like Kitty Pryde, and to Jubilee and things like that. Now, Wolverine doesn't have anything really big that happens to him until the late 80s, early 90s, in which where Magneto is now locked himself away in Asteroid M, and he has his apostles, which were, mutants or aliens, I don't remember which pretty much crash landed on his asteroid, and he pretty much said that they were fighting and trying to kill each other, and he said, "That's enough, you will get along, or else I'll kill you all." Now, the apostles were going down to Earth and causing mayhem and havoc, which Magneto didn't really know about. And so Wolverine and the other X-Men go up to Asteroid M to stop him. Thus, Wolverine, in a fit of rage, sneaks up behind Magneto, and right as Magneto turns around, sliced him in the gut. Magneto doesn't like this, and we finally go see Magneto just go, "You idiot, you idiot. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe I have let you live for so long. I should have done this years ago." And blasts him with a wave of his magnetism. At first, Wolverine is confused of what's going on, because nothing really happened. And then his adamantium starts popping out of his arm like that. And thus, the adamantium is ripped from his body. And honestly, his mutant healing factor is so shocked by this, it can't keep up. So pretty much he starts dying, and almost does die from blood loss, because his healing factor just cannot keep up. And from that point on, his healing factor isn't exactly what it used to be, and a little later on in the issues, Wolverine discovers that he has bone claws. And thus Wolverine kind of leaves the X-Men team to kind of rediscover himself and figure out what really had happened. I'm going to stop this night class here, because this is going to take longer than I thought. Last few times I've done this, I've eaten up at least 13 minutes of time, so stick around for part 3. Take it easy, guys, and if it is easy, take it twice. Later.